Hello again, everybody. This is Behind the Gavel with Jason, and this is Jason Roski, and I'm Joel Nichols, and here we are at the end of one year, beginning of another. So let's do a little look back here. And how busy was that year, say, by comparison to 2017?
Right, Joel, it was really busy. We did 16 auctions in 2018. It was one less than 2017, but we sold 600 more lots. So we were selling 20% more overall, but with less opportunities to do it. So we had fewer auctions, but larger auctions. And people really seem to gravitate towards that. We ended up with, I want to say, 650,000 lot views, people looking at lots in the auctions over the course of the year, and 3,100 bidders. And
oh my goodness.
I think we sold into all 40 different states and 6 different countries over the course of the year.
Wow.
And so it was really a busy year with a lot of things and a lot of property that was important and interesting locally to our local buyers, but also regionally, nationally, and of course internationally. So it was really fun. It was really exciting to see that kind of the heat map. When we populate the heat map at the end of the year, where do the buyers come from? And it's like just all these pins on a, kind of covers every major city in the country.
So all of these lots, all of these things, what was on the auction block? What were you selling this year?
Right, so we had a lot of art in 2018, and we're starting off 2019 the same way, but we had 943 paintings. That doesn't include prints or sculpture or anything else. 943 paintings. Part of that was we sold several artists' estate that we're really keen on. We really enjoy it, and our buyers really like it too. There's a real big interest in that, seeing the growth of an artist, the development of an artist from the infancy of his career or her career through the end. So we sold a lot of artwork, sold a lot of jewelry and sterling silver, thousands of pieces of each. And of course jewelry and furniture and just all kinds of decorative arts that we see every day.
So looking at 2018, what does that tell you in your experience about the market and about where we're headed and what people are interested in?
All right, so there's a lot of interest in the market. There's a lot of people looking right now. The economy is good, so that helps a lot. People are feeling comfortable with their jobs, so they're having money to spend. But what we're seeing, generally speaking, is I call it the 4 C's of if you're looking to sell or buy. One is condition. Condition is like location in real estate. If it's in great condition, people will want it almost regardless of what it is. The second is collection. Where did it come from? Did it come from an important collection? Did it come from was it picked at a thrift store? Those things make an interesting story. Is it a compelling piece? Is there something about it that is intriguing? Is it something that people have always looked for? Generally speaking, more expensive things when they're new are more desirable as they're getting older because there was less produced. And that all leads to the 4C, which is competition. If all those other 3 things line up, you'll have a lot of competitive bidding. So we look at the 4 C's of selling and buying at auction. Does it have the condition? Is it from a good collection? Does it have a compelling story? And if so, if you tick off at least 2 of those boxes, you're going to have a lot of competition for it.
So in your years of experience here, what kind of surprised you? What was unique on the auction block that really caught your imagination?
Sure. So we sold the Dolores Hadley estate this year. Dolores created La Famille Marionette, which was the marionette show at Worlds of Fun here in town. Mm-hmm. She started, when the park opened, she was an act, and she had an act in 1974 or 5 when the amusement park opened.
Right.
She heard that they were looking for a marionettes group, and they were going to hire somebody from New York, and she went basically marched into Mara Hunt's office and said, at least talk to me about it. And by the end of the conversation, she had storyboards and everything else. She got the job. They said, we'd like to keep it in Kansas City. From that one meeting, she was the marionette family troupe for 23 years, 23 years, through 1995. Dolores passed about 16, 18 years ago, and when she was alive, her marionettes were her tools, her props.
Right.
She sold them because she was raking a new scene every year, and then her son and her family decided over the years to sell some here and there. But they had 50 marionettes and a lot of ephemeral pieces, drawings and support documentation, and they decided now was the time to sell it. And we were like, well, that's intriguing, that's compelling. The condition was good. It had a compelling story, had a great collection. So we're like, well, there's going to be some people interested in that, at least here Kansas City-wise. Right. What we failed to realize before, and we're thrilled about, and the family was thrilled about, is that the marionette puppetry community is very tight and very active. And we had people from a dozen countries register to bid on that auction, and 30 different states for that auction alone. And we had expectations beforehand, and we tripled the expectations for the family. And it was just, we thought they were interesting. They were some people thought they were creepy.
Well, there is that element, sure.
But they were really just immediately responded to and from the first picture we put on Facebook and Instagram, we knew it was going to be a bigger hit than we thought because of the reaction to it. So that was probably the most intriguing, interesting, unique thing we've sold in years, and it just happened to be a couple of months ago.
So in all of that, did you hear any footsteps?
I thought it was just in my head, so I ignored them.
So you talk about this reach around the country and around the world. The internet has really changed how you do business, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That reach is really quite amazing.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Oftentimes, if the material is interesting, the reach finds us. Like we put it out there and make it accessible, but it's amazing how often we put something out there, and somebody in Kansas City knows somebody in New York who might like it, and that person in New York knows somebody in Florida who knows somebody in Sweden. Wow. It really uninteresting things goes viral like that, and the Hadley collection was that way. The John Douglas Patrick was similar in that way. We sold that artist's estate, who's an important Kansas City artist who died in 1937, and nobody knew about him, but people were intrigued by his story. And then we started the year last year with that, and that was a really fun way to kick off 2018.
So exciting sales, exciting on the auction block, but away from the auction block, big year for Kansas City Auction.
Absolutely. We continued our relationship with Symphony of the Flint Hills, which we've worked with them for years now, and are honored and thrilled to do that every year. We help them with their catalog work, with their auction that they do in the field. KC Studio Magazine, Nan Chisholm from Antiques Roadshow called me up one day and asked if I could be interested in being interviewed for a story. And at first I thought it was somebody playing a prank on me. And come to find out, no, it was actually Nan on the phone. It wasn't my wife hiring a girlfriend to play a joke on me. So Nan called and we talked for quite a while. She came by the office and did a really nice 5-page spread right around the time of the Hadley auction. And the pictures from that were really, really fun and interesting. And then, we did things when we sold the Patrick auction. We had Victor and Penny come in and play in a thank you party for all the people who had bought from the family, the artist, the collection. And then we just, in the last couple of months, we renewed our relationship with KCPT. And we're so proud of that. They do an antique appraisal fair, and they came back to us and said, we want to do it again, and we want you to help sponsor it and put it on, and we are just thrilled to do that. So
2018 turns out to be a wonderful year for you and for the company. What's 2019 looking like? What are you looking ahead to?
Well, the phone has been ringing off the hook, which is a good thing. We're looking at more artwork every day. Art is kind of becoming one of the areas that we're really getting known for. And sterling silver, we already have over 100 paintings in-house to sell in 2018. I've signed in 2019, and I'm probably signing a contract with another collection in the next couple of days. I have hundreds of pieces of interesting sterling silver in boxes upstairs to sell in 2019. And then we're also, our first auction of the year, we have some great individual pieces like, Tiffany lamp, a real Tiffany lamp here that's going to be selling. And a longtime friend has decided it's time to sell her collection of Native American jewelry. And so 150 pieces of that we're selling. So,
oh my goodness.
It's starting off really, really fun and fantastic. The other thing is we're looking for a larger place to work out of because we're bursting at the seams here.
So that's a good problem to have in your business.
It's a good problem to have. We're really, it's high on the list of priorities to get someplace that we can really serve more people.
And in addition to that, thousands of people around the world really have discovered this Behind the Gavel with Jason.
Yeah, we keep doing that. We started that about a year and a half ago now, and people keep watching every week. I guess I don't offend anybody or not enough, but yeah, we started doing that, kind of a weekly question on our Facebook page that thousands of people are watching, and again, all around the country.
And that also brings to mind, you can ask questions right here. Just put them down here at the bottom, and you'll look at them and give some answers.
Absolutely. We're always looking to interact with people. If you have questions about your collections, your estate, anything at all,
excellent.
We'd be happy to talk to you about it.
So 2018, another great year and more fun ahead in 2019.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a great year here at KC Auction. If you have any questions, again, as we just mentioned, you can ask them right here. And make sure you stay tuned week in and week out for this man, Jason Roski, to answer your questions about appraisals, about auctions, about all that kind of thing right here on Behind the Gavel with Jason.